Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Thank you for that incredible introduction. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your Saturday morning. By the end of the day, I'm assuming thousands of people around the world will hear this call, and throughout the year, tens of thousands of people will hear this call as it is being recorded. But I want to talk to you right now, regardless if you're listening to me live right now with the other hundreds from around the world, or if you're listening to this as a recording a month from now, a year from now. I want to speak to you about your business. I want to speak to you about your passion, and I want to talk to you right into your heart, right into your soul, right into your gut. Listen to me very carefully, guys. I've been in World Ventures for a little bit, right at 5 years now. Right at 5 years now, built an organization of over 200,000 people around the world, 26 countries around the world, and we're even expanding and preparing for bigger and greater things. But here's the bottom line. You can't do this thing by yourself. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. If you're going to write something down, I want you to write that down. Even if you heard that before, I want you to hear it in a different way. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. The true fact is none of us are as smart as all of us. None of us are as powerful as all of us. It takes many hands to create light work. It takes many hands to create light work. Now here I am before you, building World Ventures, building the organization around the world. But the truth is, we create relationships around the world. We find people who are interested around the world. We find people who are runners around the world. So if I was good at anything, I'm good at finding people who have heart, finding people who have passion, and many times to find someone like a Jay Peso, like a Wendy Castillo, like a Michael Jex, like a Dawood, like a Jonelle. I find people who are hungry, and many times you wake up that sleeping giant that's inside them. Here's what I want to talk about right now. Every single one of you have a sleeping giant that's inside you right now. You were born with that sleeping giant. The two most important days of your life, I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me very clearly, because I would not be where I am right now today if I did not believe what I'm about to talk to you about. I would not be where I am today if I did not believe from the bottom of my heart, if I did not practice and put it into proven practical principles. Proven because it works. I proved that it works. Practical is because you can start doing it now. You can start doing it today. You can practice it right now. And the principles is because they're actionable. There are things that you can put into action right now, and they work. Why? Because 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = 2. What I'm about to tell you, it will work if you absolutely believe me, if you absolutely hear what I'm about to say. Now here, listen to me very closely. Two most important days of your life. The day you're born, and then the day you realize why, W-H-Y, why you were born. Listen to this call with both ears, with your entire heart, your entire mind, your entire being. If someone is close to you right now that is distracting you, get away. If you have to lock yourself in a closet like I have done in many conference calls, as a matter of fact, I'm in my closet right now as I'm talking to you because I can't afford to have a distraction. The two most important days of your life, the day that you're born and the day you realize why you were born. See, my brother talked about my first memory in life living in a battered women's shelter. We were homeless. Our father was an abusive alcoholic. We were moved around a lot. We were homeless, guys. The day I was born, that was my introduction to me. But the day I realized why I was born, listen to me very carefully. I was in 4th grade, Eastland Elementary School in Fort Worth, Texas. The 2nd floor, last classroom all the way down the hall to the left. And I had just finished a test, and Miss Cook said to me, "Johnny, you're the first one finished. Let me put some earphones on you." Because she knew that I would start talking and I would start distracting the class. So she set me on the hardwood floor, and back in those days, the earphones was a record player. And she put this record on, and it started popping, like, that popping sound, that static sound. And I listened, and here are the words that I heard. I have a dream one day. And in 4th grade, in Miss Cook's classroom, last classroom on the 2nd floor, all the way down the hall to the left, I realized why I was born. It was the first time in my life I ever heard Martin Luther King. It's the first time in my life I ever heard those words. And I had no idea who he was at that time. But when he said those words, I have a dream, something kicked inside me. That was the day that I realized why I was born. I was born to empower people, to empower the masses to greatness. But here's the reality. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that anybody or God could use someone like me. Because where I was from, what I've gone through, even as a 4th grader, what I've already seen with my eyes, what I've already participated in, what I've already done, even breaking the law in the 4th grade, I did not believe that there was a possibility one day that my voice would empower people around the world. There are 2 most important days of your life, the day that you're born and the day that you realize why you were born. It took me at least another 2 decades, maybe a decade and a half, to realize that was the day. If I look back on the day when I realized why, it was when I was in 4th grade in Ms. Cook's classroom. Every single person on this call that's listening to me right now, you are pregnant with something. Men, you too, I'm sorry, bad news. We're all pregnant with something. Don't lose me on this, guys. You're all pregnant with something. The baby's in there. And on that day, my baby jumped. It jumped inside me. But here's the reality. It would be another 15 years before I pushed that baby out. Why? Because I didn't believe that it was possible for me. Because I did not believe that God would use someone like me, that people like you would listen to someone like me one day. I was unqualified to be a voice to the masses in my own mind. I disqualified myself. Every single one of you, if you're 18 years old, if you're 88 years old, there's a baby inside you. And the baby is saying, push me out. I won't let you down. And you're saying, I can't, because people will say it won't work. People will say I'm crazy. There are certain people I can't show my baby to, because if I show my baby to these people, they'll laugh at me. They'll talk about me. They'll talk down to me. And then when it doesn't work, they'll say to me, I told you it wouldn't work. I told you it was a scam. I told you it wasn't possible. I told you you were a dreamer. Get your heads out of the clouds and get back to the normal life. So instead of pushing the baby out and sharing the baby, we hide the baby. Some of us are in our 40th trimester because we won't push the baby out. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. Every single ounce of me. I never knew that one day that WorldVentures would be the company to complement my baby. I was speaking in Nazareth one time at a wealth seminar, not knowing that speaking in Nazareth, where Jesus was born, that I would be on stage and I would actually utter these words, does anything good come from the hood? And it hit me like a ton of bricks, because I remember reading in the Bible one day, it said, does anything good come from Nazareth? And here I am set on stage saying something that I've said all over the world, talking about my book, From the Hood to Doing Good. Would anybody listen to someone like me? Does anything good come from the hood? And that's exactly what they said in the Bible. Does anything good come from Nazareth? I don't care who you are or where you're from or what your past is. Your past does not determine your future in WorldVentures. Who you are and where you come from does not dictate where you're going. Johnny, why did you get me on this call? What is this call really about? Listen to me. I can train you on how to recruit people, but I got 6 IMDs on my team that are qualified to do that. I have over 20 RMDs on my team that are qualified to do that. I have over 50 to 60 marketing directors in my team that are qualified to do that. I don't have to do that. My leaders will do that for you. Reach out to your leaders and get that information. Right now, I want to wake up that sleeping giant that's inside you. I want to shake that baby that's inside you that you've been hiding. And you may say, Johnny, well, my baby, what I know that I'm called to do, what I know, why I'm born, has nothing to do with World Ventures. Really? You can tell me anything in your life, whether you're an artist, television personality, athlete, speaker, author, whatever it is, that I can show you how to create World Ventures in that vision, in that circle. Why? Because we're about fun, freedom, and fulfillment. See, when I was sitting on Miss Cook's classroom floor in the 4th grade and I heard, I have a dream, and something shook inside me, I knew that I connected to something that day. But I didn't know that 15 years later it would come back to me. And knowing in my heart that I sit on it for that long, because I didn't have faith, I didn't believe that it was possible. How many of you have entertained obstacles instead of entertaining opportunity when it comes to World Ventures and you sharing it with people? How many of you, in your heart, you know for a fact that you have not shared World Ventures to your fullest capacity? And obviously, every single one of us are guilty of that. And the question is why? Why are you ashamed of your baby? See, World Ventures is my baby. Mike, Ask Wayne Nugent, they don't own World Ventures. I do. You do. This is your baby. What if I would have told Julio Acosta, no, don't bring that guy, Jay Peso. He's not a senior rep right now. I just want to meet with certain leaders. And Julio says, Johnny, there's something different about this guy. You got to meet him. What if I would have said no? What if I didn't meet him that Friday night? What if I didn't look at him and say, listen, I don't know what you have to do to be at the Super Saturday tomorrow, which is 6 hours from right now. I don't know what you have to tell FedEx, but I promise you, if you do it and you make it happen, your life will never be the same. What if I didn't look him in his eyes that night? What if I didn't allow him to see the baby, my baby, inside me when he looked in my eyes? What if I would have hid it? What if I would have been selfish enough to keep it to myself? Would he have showed up the next morning? I don't know. But that night, Jay Peso looked me in my eyes, and he said, I got you. I seen him 6 hours later in the lobby of the conference room where we were. And I walked up to him, I said, so you took off work? He said, nah. Anybody know Jay Peso? You know that's how he talks. You didn't take off work? Nah. So did you call in sick? Nah. So your boss just, it's cool? Nah. He said, I'm not going back. Now, I don't recommend that for most people, but there's something inside Jay Peso. See, his baby shook that day. That was the day he realized why he was born. But what if I didn't share it? What if I didn't look him in his eyes? What if I would have told Julio, no, I just want to meet with you and Michael Jackson tonight? Listen to me very carefully. Many of us are not succeeding at the level that we wish to succeed because you're hiding your baby. You're ashamed of your baby. And your baby is qualified to set people free. Your baby has proven, set people free. Every month at this point, somewhere in the world, someone in World Ventures is being set free. You have proven documentation that World Ventures, not only does it work, it creates freedom from the inside out, mind, body, spirit, and soul, and financially in World Ventures, and we're still not sharing it. Why are we ashamed of our baby? What did the baby ever do to us? Here's what I'm challenging you right now. Immediately after this call, share your baby to the world. Why? Because it's beautiful. Why? Because it's real. Why? Because it's not going to let you down. Will the baby fall? Yes. But every baby falls. The reality is, the baby will get right back up. Listen to me very carefully. You may say, what is Johnny talking about right now? Where is he going with this? Every single one of you have a sleeping giant inside of you. And you're hiding it. I don't know what degree, to what degree, even me. We're hiding it to a certain degree. And the question is, why? What are we afraid of? What if it doesn't work? Listen to me. What if it does work? Well, what if they talk about me? They're already talking about you. What if I don't make money? Well, what if you do? What if I don't have time to travel? How much longer do you want to have that problem? Let me do that again. What if I don't have time to travel? Well, how much longer do you want to have that problem? See, I can talk to your baby all day. I can share the baby all day because I know what it's done for me. Not only me, I don't even tell my story anymore. I tell the stories within my team. I tell the stories of a Dawood Smith who lived in Hollywood, California when I met him, and I had no idea that he was coming to the presentations at my home in Hollywood Hills. He never told me that he was taking the bus. He never shared that with me. For over a year, he was taking the bus. And to see him run up at me at an event in Las Vegas, and I'm getting emotional thinking about it right now, he runs up with me, and Michael Jackson's with him, and he runs up to me, and he said, Johnny, what just happened? My name's on the screen. And I said, congratulations. Go pick out your BMW. And I remember the look in his eyes. It wasn't a normal look. It wasn't a look of excitement. It was more a look of are you serious? See, I didn't know that he was taking the bus to build his team in Los Angeles. I didn't know that he would get off the bus a block down the road so nobody would see him get off the bus. I did not know that. But to look at him now and his success as a marketing director, going around the United States and building his team, see, those are the stories that I'm telling now. Those are the stories that I'm telling. I didn't know that when I met Wendy Castillo that she was homeless as a teenager. I did not know that just a few years before I met her, she was homeless. I did not know that she was living in hell, going through torture and abuse. I did not know her story. But to see her traveling around the world in the top 20% of America's income in less than 3 years, not only did she buy her life back, she bought her life back and brought her baby to life. I did not know many of the stories in our team around the world. But what if I didn't share the baby one day? See, here's what most of you don't know. Over 150,000 people, over 200,000 since inception, have joined my team. Every single active individual that's in my team today is my lineage. I've never gotten spillover from my upline. Which means that if I didn't share it with Ed Blunt, if I didn't share my baby with Ed Blunt, if I didn't share my baby with Craig Sweet, if I didn't share my baby with Jonelle Munoz, if I didn't share my baby with Sujay in South Africa, with Nick Halleck and Oz Karen in Israel, if I didn't share my baby with Efrosini, if I didn't share my baby, I would not know any of you. You will win in WorldVentures when you make it your baby. You will win big. You will own your life. You will buy your life back. It will be yours in demand. It will be yours for the asking. You will be the head of everything, and you'll never be the tail again. You'll be above everything, and you'll never be beneath again. Everything you put your hands to will prosper because you are sharing the baby. If I didn't share this vehicle with over 100 people personally in the last 5 years, there wouldn't be thousands of people listening to me right now to talk about this story. If I didn't do this, if you go look at Team Wimbrey Worldwide on Facebook, and you look at the Millionaire Circle board, and you look at that team is all my lineage. I have millionaires in the making on my left team. I have millionaires on my right team. But if I didn't share the baby, I wouldn't be able to post that picture with pride and proud and say, this is the team. This is Team Wimbrey Worldwide. These are the individuals that I'll fight for. These are the people that I will fight for. These are the ones that I am determined to create success stories out of. These are the ones that when they call me, I answer my phone. When they need me, I'm there. When Jesus hit regional marketing director a couple weeks ago, I flew to Miami to be with him and his team. Why? Because I'm looking for the next one. I'm on to the next one. And I'm on to the next one. I'm showing my baby to as many people around the world as fast as I can. Because if I don't, somebody else will. Here's the reality. The reality is somebody's actually listening to me right now, and you're actually getting it. You're actually beginning to understand this is not just an opportunity. This is not just a vehicle for income. We are the essence of freedom. We are the essence of fun. We're the essence of fulfillment. Fulfillment because everything that we represent is something that you already love. Everybody wants to have more life in their life. What we do and what we offer are opportunities for experience. I've never had an experience drinking a cup of coffee. I've never had an experience seeing how much money I saved on my electricity bill. I've never had an experience drinking a juice, a potion, or a lotion. I've never had an emotional experience putting on lotion. But you know what? When I was on a yacht with some of my closest friends in the world who were in my team, and we were just cruising down the south of France, and we were leaving Monaco and looking at Nice in the future, in the near distance, as we pulled up to Cannes, where they have the festival every year for all the film and all the actors go there. And I'm looking at the French Riviera, and I look over at Julio, I look over at Michael Jacks, I look over at Savas, I look over Ed Blunt, I look at my wife Crystal and Valerie and Francesca and Wendy. I'm looking over at my leaders, from Cyprus and, just different parts of the world. And I have my moment. I have an experience that money can't buy. Because many people who were on that yacht, they were only there for one reason. They were only there because of one reason. It's because I showed my baby. The next time you push play, you're showing your baby. The next time you show this presentation, you're showing your baby. Have pride in your baby. Have that experience, that emotional attachment to your baby. And when somebody calls your baby ugly, you get rid of them immediately. When somebody talks bad about your baby, you run as fast as you can. Because everybody's not qualified to go where we're going. Everybody doesn't want new experiences. There are people out there, they only want to make quick money. They'll hurt people, they'll lie to people, they'll misuse people, they'll be deceitful to make quick money. But I'm so incredibly proud and incredibly honored to say that I'm a multi-millionaire in WorldVentures. And the only reason that I am is because I share my baby. I share the thing that I love. I share the thing that I'm passionate about. And I share the thing that's changing lives around the world. And who is going to stop me? Who can stop me from showing my baby something that I love? Johnny Wimbrey is the only one qualified to stop him. If you're allowing people to stop you from showing your baby, get down to the brass knuckles and be real with yourself. It's not them that's stopping you. It's you that's stopping you. If you're ashamed of this baby, you're going to go broke in WorldVentures. If you're ashamed to share this baby with people, you won't be the next Jonelle Munoz who just called in and gave us 6 weeks notice to go full-time in WorldVentures because she's walking away from her job. You won't be the next Michael Jacks that used his unemployment check to join WorldVentures. And last month, he had his first six-figure month, $100,000 in 1 month, and he used an unemployment check to join WorldVentures. Call that ironic. He's on path to getting the $1 million ring because he used an unemployment check, and he's not afraid to show the baby. See, this thing's not a game for me. I have fun. My life's incredible. Not just financially, emotionally, spiritually. My life is incredible. But I will tell you this. There's nobody qualified to make me ashamed of my baby. WorldVentures must become your baby. You must eat, sleep, and breathe WorldVentures. I have 3 children who are probably listening to me right now. Psalms is my oldest. She's 12. Hannah is 10. And then Honor is 3 years old, my baby boy. My oldest daughter's 12. She'll be 13 this year. I got a problem with that. But that's my baby. She's growing up. And the reality is, one day, there will be a little joker that wants to date my daughter. And this young man will probably reach out to me, or I'll meet him one day. And truth be told, if I have my choice, I would like to pick him. And I can only imagine that one day I'll be on stage and I'm speaking. And because if she's of age now, I'm starting to shop from stage. Because when I'm on stage, I can see people who are paying attention. I can see people who are sitting on the edge of their seats. So I can see the up-and-coming leaders. I can see the young 18-year-old, 19-year-old, and 20-year-old. So when my daughter gets of that age and I'm on stage and I get to see everybody who's listening to me, I can only imagine one day I'll see someone out there sitting in the audience like a Victor Parrish. And he's sitting on the edge of his seat. And he's listening intently. He's fired up and excited, taking notes. I can imagine one day I'll say to myself, wow, I like how serious that young man looks. That man right there is serious about life. If I was able to pick a future husband for my daughter, I would want them to be that serious about being successful. And I can only imagine after I'm speaking on stage that maybe I'll make my way through the audience and that young man will come up to me and take a picture, ask for an autograph for a book, and I'll say to myself and say to him, you know, I really like the way how focused you are. And he may say something that gets me excited like, yes, sir, absolutely. I'm focused on being retired by the time I'm 25. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's saying all the right information. This guy may be the one. I want to make that introduction. And then he says other things that impresses me, and then eventually I say, listen, are you single? And he says, absolutely. I'm fired up and I'm focused right now. I don't have time for relationships. And that even gets me more excited. That's the type of guy that I would like my daughter to meet one day. And then I say to him, listen, I know that you're not looking for relationships, but I've never done this before, but I want you to meet my daughter. She's backstage. Just come say hi. And I can only imagine that he gets excited. Oh, my God, Johnny Wimbrey, the guy on stage, wants me to meet his daughter. And then I can only imagine, what if he said something like this? What is she working with? For those of you who don't know what that means, that's like him asking me, how much does she weigh? And I can only imagine what I would do at that point as a father who loves his baby. See, immediately, I would be a fool if I continue to take him back to meet my daughter. Because my daughter is my prized possession. See, I will die for my daughter. I will lay down my life for my daughter. I will counter-clock slap everyone around the world within 24 hours over my daughter. See, I would be a fool to continue to push him towards meeting my daughter when he had already disrespected her, asking the question, how much does she weigh? What is she working with? Is she pretty? See, that would be disrespectful to me as a father, because I saw quality in this person. I thought he was the one. I thought he had the magic. I thought he could be a part of my future. How many of you have taken WorldVentures to people and you thought they were the one? You thought that they would be the one. They would complement your future, only to find out they would look at you one day and say, I can't believe you're doing this. This is a scam. And for some reason, we're foolish enough to continue to share our baby, our prized possession, with someone who just disqualified themselves. Let somebody ever say something disrespectful about my daughters to me, and I would be an absolute fool if I continued to try to persuade them to be interested in my children. I would be the fool, just like many of us are fools when we share WorldVentures. This is our baby. This is our prized possession. This is our future. This is our fun, freedom, and fulfillment. This is our beautiful, most prized possession in the economical world, and you're trying to push it upon someone who continues to ask you, how much money have you made? What if it's a scam? And they're telling you they're not the one, and you continue to push it. Listen to me very carefully. Once anybody disqualifies themselves for my children as their future mate, there will be no push. There will be no callback. There will not be an additional presentation. It's over. You're disqualified. Listen to me. The Bible says, do not cast your pearls among swine. Do not cast your pearls among swine. What that means is, why would you give precious jewels to a pig? Why would you share your precious tools and jewels to a pig? I don't know about you, but my baby is precious. My baby is valuable. My baby will outlive me. My baby will have generational wealth. My baby's baby will have generational wealth. Why? Because I protected my precious and valuable assets. If you don't see WorldVentures as your baby, you're not going to show it. And if you don't understand that WorldVentures is a precious baby that can literally take care of your children's children, you'll want everyone to have it. I don't know about you, but I cannot entertain the thought of everyone having access to my baby. Listen to me, guys. Team Wimbrey Worldwide, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and you ask the regional marketing directors and above, because I know every single one. I know all of my marketing directors and above. I don't know all of you. We have tens of thousands of people around the world, but I love you through them. You want to do this the right way? Show the baby because you love it. Show the baby because it's precious. Show the baby because it will outlive you. Show the baby because it's bigger than you. Show the baby because you want to build schools in Guatemala. Show the baby because you want to go with me to Liberia in November to build water purification systems. Show the baby because you want to be in Las Vegas at Millionaire Boot Camp. Show the baby. I promise you, the baby will not let you down. It may cry, it may burp, it may wet itself. It's gonna make mistakes. It's okay. All of my children have made mistakes. But you know what? God designed them to win. And I'm not making a comparison of God and Wayne and Mike. I'm not that crazy. But I will say this. Wayne Nugent and Mike Asquith, they designed WorldVentures to win. They're not perfect. We as leaders, we are not perfect. We're going to let you down. We will drop the ball. But the baby will live. The baby will shine. And the baby will grow. This baby just got recognized as the 65th fastest growing MLM company or direct sales company in the entire world of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of direct sales companies. We were number 65 in 2013, fast, furiously growing. And your neighbor still has no idea we exist. You know why they don't know? Because we're not showing the baby. Go show the baby, my friends. Go show the world your baby. I promise you, the baby will not let you down. This thing is awesome, guys. I'm going to unmute the lines, and I'm going to let you guys sign off. And I'm going to kill the recording after 20 seconds of you signing off. Listen to me very carefully. The two most important days of your life. The day you're born and the day you realize why you were born. This is Johnny Wimbrey, Team Wimbrey Worldwide. I love you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Make yourself familiar with our Facebook page, Team Wimbrey Worldwide. Look at the Facebook Millionaire Circle Board. We have a Team Wimbrey Worldwide Millionaire Circle Board. Get to know your regional marketing directors and above. Look at that picture. Go comment on it. Tell them you appreciate them. Congratulate them. We have great, incredible things coming up. We had somebody hit a director in 30 days. She's only been in the business for 30 days, and she hit director in 30 days in Victor Parrish's team. The writing's on the wall, guys. The writing is on the wall. We are creating historical growth, historical momentum. I will see you in Las Vegas at boot camp. If you're going to be in Amsterdam, Singapore, or whatever boot camp it is, play all in, play all out, and show the world your baby. Tell me what you thought about this call. We're going live. Thank you so much. This is Johnny Wimbrey, and I am out. God bless you. Go show your baby.
Okay. We gotta show